Today with us is Swami Tadyuktanand Maharaj. Maharaj received sannyas in Ramakrishna order in 2005. Maharaj is right now the warden in the Ramakrishna Vidyarthi Mandiram in Bengaluru. So, Maharaj, can you tell us the history of this Vidyarthi Mandiram?
Ramakrishna Vidyarthi Mandiram started in 1943 by Swami Tadyuktanand Maharaj for poor, underprivileged, single parent, no parent, and also people who come from far off Bangalore places, but they wish to study in city like Bangalore where the education quality is very good. But parents get afraid that if they go to city, our boys may get spoiled. To fulfill this kind of needs, Swamiji started this Ramakrishna Vidyarthi Mandiram, of course with a Harijana Balaka who had no place to stay in Bangalore at that point of time. So he was accommodated, and that's how this Ramakrishna Vidyarthi Mandiram started. Now, presently, non-Bangalorean students get the opportunity to stay in the hostel, go to the college, nearby areas within the radius of 10 to 15 kilometers.
Maharaj, what is the capacity of the students over here?
We have 100 students capacity. Right now, because of the COVID, we have restricted to 75 numbers. Some area has been reserved for the quarantine and or precautionary measures. Presently, our students off and on they're going to the colleges as colleges are not running. So now the institution itself has become a semi-college hostel because online classes are going on. Anyway, that apart.
So for I have seen in the library there is a computer section has been built too so that the students can take online classes there.
Yes, because as I told you, underprivileged students I mentioned, they cannot buy a smartphone, and they homes where it is situated, their internet facility is not available. So at least some 30 to 40 students we find in this condition. So especially for them, this is a boon where internet and computer is available, and uninterruptedly they can attend to the classes, and also after the classes they can refer back to the notes and also browse through the internet for their better understanding. The main purpose of this institution is not just the education. We, Ramakrishna Mission, we focus on all-round personality, which comprises of four important components. We call it as physical strength, moral and mental strength. Third is intellectual strength. Fourth is spiritual strength. These are the four pillars on which the man-making, character building, nation building can happen. This is the idea of Swami Vivekananda, and also subsequent senior Swamijis have worked on the same idea. Even now we are working on the same idea, which has proved its result in the past 8 decades.
So Maharaj, I have seen there is a very big football ground, basketball grounds are there. Apart from there, can you discuss with us the routine of the student, how they start their day?
Our first bell starts in the morning 4:50 a.m. Then the second bell at 5 a.m. Then 5:15 we have prayers. Our day starts with ablution and then prayers. Prayers for 20 minutes. It is for the good of ourselves and good of the humanity. Sarve jana sukhino bhavantu. Some such prayers we sing and pray. Then we move on to the yoga, which is compulsory for all the students for 30 minutes. 5:30, 5 to 6:5. Then subsequently grade 11 and 12 students, they will have tuition classes, because nowadays it has become a must for better understanding and to face the competition. To get into the professional courses, they need this kind of a training. So students who belongs to 11th and 12th, they will have tuitions from 6:15 to 7:45. Then 8 o'clock is the breakfast time, 8 to 8:20 or 8:30. Then subsequently they go to the respective colleges. Afterwards, there is no fixed routine. Depending on their college schedule, they follow the routine. Of course, they will be monitored because their timetable will be with us, and what they are doing at the room, overall supervision will be conducted, so that they don't waste time, they don't waste the resources. And subsequently, at 1 o'clock, we have food time, 1 to 2. Those who have returned from the colleges, they will have. Those
Lunch.
who cannot come to the noon day food, they will carry some amount of rice and sambar or some such item to the colleges, so that they don't remain hungry. Again, at 4:30 to 5:30, we have compulsory sports. As you mentioned rightly, there's a football ground, and as I mentioned, physical strength is a very, very important strength, which Vivekananda also emphasized, that they have to play at least 1 hour, so that physically they become strong to face the different situations which they have to come across during the student life as well as in their future days to come.
Maharaj, I have one more question. I have seen students, they clean their utensils, and they maintain this campus also. So any specific purpose of doing that, because they are doing it so well nowadays, we can't expect from our youngsters even in the household. So how you maintain that? That's a big thing.
Yes. See, this is a modern Gurukula where the students have to do all kinds of work, starting from washing, dishwashing, up to the puja. Our idea is to practice dignity of labor, which is very much lacking in India. So each work should become to the level of worship. That is the idea preached by Swami Vivekananda. Work is worship. Every work, irrespective of whether it is a menial work or a superior work, etc. So our idea is boys should learn sweeping, mopping, gardening, and even toilet cleaning. Many times it so happens the moment they hear the toilet cleaning boys have to do themselves, they don't feel like joining. But then we say it's okay, because if they cannot their own toilet, what is the fun in having such students? The main purpose is a boy should become self-dependent and self-reliance. That is what the main idea why we insist on practicing. And whoever joins, before joining itself, we brief this, and it is there in the prospectus also. Unless they are physically, mentally ready for it, they cannot come and join this institution. But then today our alumni, which has got more than 3,000 students from very aristocratic, rich, or intellectually who have reached very great heights, when we speak to them, they say, I used to wash my plates. That was a great thing I learned from this institution. When we hear such comments, we are surprised. Plating one's own dish is a great lesson he learned, because in the outside world, they say these are menial work, they should be done by household people or assistants or some women who come for cleaning the dishwash, etc., etc. But here, toilet cleaning, dishwashing, mopping, everything is considered to be considered as puja. First and foremost thing, it is our own work, our own place, our own living place. Second thing, when we add this idea of service to it, then everybody accepts it. And Vivekananda emphasizes so much on service that gradually lifts him to the higher levels of evolution, which helps him to practice spiritual ideas in his life.
Thank you, Maharaj, for sharing us the idea of this Vidyarthi Mandiram. This is Madhvi Shri from Bengaluru, Ramakrishna Mission, Ramakrishna Vidyarthi Mandiram. Thank you, Maharaj. Maharaj, anything you would like to add?
Yeah, the main purpose of this institution is man making and character building. This is the hallmark of every student, so that they can face the world, any situation, anywhere, at any given time in their life.
And what about the bonding of student with the Swamis? Because I've seen they are not just the Swamis to them.
Yes, so to say, we are called as Warden, but we are everything in the sense father, mother, friend, guide, philosopher, doctor, and above all, a loving mother.